Fuck the man.
Yeah.
We're still power to the people, motherfucker.
There it is. We're still.
I really liked the hip hop.
Yeah?
Actually.
Sweet.
Yeah. I think that hip hop has a place historically, and speaking in terms of the evolution of music and significant role. It has a lot of elements of a lot of historical periods in music, and it's impressive. Especially there's this, what I got to see, which is called Southern hip hop, which is sort of a new mutation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. In my opinion, what was unique about the space more than anything else was the quality of the sound. Because, you could fucking hear every word. It was great. And that's what, hip-hop is all about, poetry, man. It's like, and you can hear it, it's crisp. Then it's like, fuck yeah.
I remember you came there that one day, and you in, I'd say 2 hours, you blacked out that entire showroom. Walls, ceiling, we cleared it.
Oh, sprayed it, yeah.
Yeah, you sprayed it down, and that took it from warehouse, DIY, backyard, to, the next level club. It was freaking rad.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, we had, for the first few months, it was just rock. And then we had JT come on, which he was renting out. Twice a month, he'd have hip-hop shows at the place.
I smoke it. I started listening to hip-hop and rap music when I was a little kid. Vanilla Ice, Run DMC, all that stuff, Heavy D back in the day, a long time ago. Started off freestyle battling 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and just slowly and steadily started hitting the studio, making songs. We got a whole Wite Lite Entertainment Volume 1 mixtape out now, and I'm working on a solo album as we speak.
Nice. What do you think your flagship song is?
My solo song probably gonna be the one I did for my little brother, 25 to Life. As far as the collaboration, that one I did with Rudy DeVille, Jack B. Nimble's going pretty hard. So toss up, man, toss up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah. What's happening, y'all? It's your boy Rudy DeVille, man. And I'm down with JT. And you know it's gonna go down, man. You know what I'm talking about? We went past the north side to go to the north. I'm talking about the north, like right up under Tennessee. You dig?
All the way up there.
Come on. Jack me nimble, Jack me quick. You talking all that shit, don't make them run up with the stick. What? Jack me nimble, Jack me quick.
Man, I'm faster than a motherfucker.
Racing to the speed. Jack me nimble, Jack me quick. Talking all that shit, don't make them run up with the stick. What? Jack me nimble, Jack me quick.
Man, I'm faster than a motherfucker.
Racing to the speed.
Let's go. Jack me fast, shit me on your ass, I'll never stop. Hit the gas, do the dash, I'm like fuck the ops. Back my dash, it's a mad dash to the top. They say they hating, but I'm the cream of the crop. I'm sitting chilling, the whip futuristic, man, I'm on go. They say they tripping and hating, so keep it calico. They talking all that shit and super friendly on low. I don't fuck with that fake shit, that's why I keep a pole. Try me, like a push button toy, my team behind me. I said they all making noise, man, we get grimy. When it's time to deploy, ain't no rules in love and war, watch this shit get destroyed. I done hooked up with Rudy, you know my ace keep a toolie. I'm kicking shit off like Rooney, these bitches lost like the boonies. And I'm posing this motherfucker, haters can't move me. I'm treating shit like the movies, can't slide by me, better go through me, bitch.
Cool. What was your first impression?
There's some work to do, but it happened, dude. Everything came together the exact way it was supposed to, and we done a few shows here. In my opinion, they just got better and better and better.
They did. What any particular shows stand out to you?
The first one, probably more so than anything, because it's man, we pulled this off, you know what I'm saying? And after that, it was just word of mouth. So I expected them to be okay after that. It was that first show. That first show, you're just like, you're iffy, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Wite Lite started whenever I ventured out to make my own brand, my own label. I started off underneath another label, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my homeboy Duck Mad Lab. But I wanted to venture out into my own realm, so to speak, and just kind of do it by myself and learn a lot of things on the way. Everybody's like, let's start a record label. It's not that easy, bro. Like there's a lot of things that goes into that. So I wouldn't take none of it back. There's a lot of things that I wish I would have known then that I know now. But that's how you get there, you know what I'm saying? First off, trying to balance that family life, that home life, and your work life, and what you're trying to make your new job life. There's 3 different things you're doing there, and you got to, and unfortunately, if you're gonna do music, you gotta make that first. But with that being said, I could have done none of it without the support system I have. So it's, it's a give and take thing. You're gonna do shows that's got 5 people at it. You rock shows got 5,000 people at it. It is what it is. But being able to go do those shows, you got to travel to get there. You got to get a hotel. You got to, eat junky ass fast food while you're driving down the road. It's not all it's made up to be, but if you want it, you're gonna go get it. Well, to the fans, I appreciate it, of course, you know what I'm saying, because none of this is possible without people streaming your music, you know what I mean? So, to the fellow artists in the city, just keep doing what you're doing. There's been a major artist push in the city over the last year that I've seen myself. So just keep on that track. Like I said, keep working, keep doing whatever you got to do to be able to get to those shows, to be able to go to those showcases in other cities, to be able to hit different states. That's the biggest thing. And promotion is key. You need some sort of merchandise, some sort of physical piece of media you can give people in their hands, and something they can see you and remember you by.
So, long story short, they said, hey, we aren't zoned to do a club. This ain't the right place to do it. So we said, okay, we're not a club, we're a church. And they said, you need a business license. Well, they wouldn't give us a business license. So we, as a church, you don't need a business license. And they said, you don't need a business license if you're a church because you're not selling anything. So we beat them, we outsmart them. The only play they had was bring the fire marshal. So they brought them in, shut us down, and now they're going to be demolishing the buildings, bulldozing them. They condemned the buildings. They're going to fucking bulldoze them.
They're going to bring like a fucking bullet and just tear it down.
Yeah.
That's sad, bro.
Tear something that was bringing Huntsville together down.
Dude.
What happened there was beyond us, unfortunately, It wasn't us necessarily. Technically, probably, on paper, looks like the building had an issue or something, but there was nothing wrong with that building. That building was beautiful, a lot of place. it's unfortunate this area is changing a lot. You know, this used to be a real exciting space. You know, the Low Mill's not down the road. They developed over the years. You know, that's a very cool place, and I would have loved to have seen all the way from Trash Bone to the Low Mill, just like awesome, cool places. You know, and the Trash Bone, you know, it was a very punk rock venue to me, and that's what I come from, and that's what I love. Those are the people I, you know, trust and believe in. Because they're the most resilient, you know. And, you know, we mess with hip-hop and rap and all sorts of underground genres of that now, and because they have the same love and appreciation for life. The younger generation, you know, it's not so easy to play guitars anymore and drums and stuff, but it is easy to get a computer and learn how to make beats and, like, you know, learn how to stay inside your mind and do poetry. So I gotta give it up to the cats that are doing those types of things these days, you know what I mean? I was always, as a kid, into things sooner, you know, than most people, so all ages shows to me are near dear to my heart, you know what I mean? So all ages venue is very important and vital for a thriving underground music scene so that youth can get exposed to ideas, you know. Ideas are what change the world, what keep the world moving, you know. So if you can't be exposed to cool things and people that make art, you know, you might not be prone to push yourself to. But if you can see people making art, you can see people doing things you want to do, you might pick a guitar up or you might pick a microphone up, you know. You might get a computer and start making beats. You might start trying to design t-shirts, you know. You might do a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? So if you're exposed to culture, you know, maybe your life won't be so bland. But man, as far as me, dude, I want to help all my fucking homies make sure that their shit happens and we all have a stable scene and a stable ecosystem for what we live and breathe, you know? Because recently, through all this bullshit that they've done to us, I'm talking about the COVID shit or whatever, you know. I'm an independent business owner, so I felt the wrath of how easily we can be turned off, you know. It has nothing to do with anything other than the politics of what happened, you know, in that amount of time. So that really makes you put things in perspective, you know. The things that were affected by that were, you know, tattoo studios, bars, stuff where people congregate and have ideas. Okay, so we're not allowed to be around each other. We're not allowed to touch each other. We're not allowed to see each other's facial expressions due to having masks on. I don't give a fuck if you put any of this in the documentary. This has nothing to do with that, but it's just important that we see and feel each other, you know, and have a thing to be a part of. Because if we didn't have a thing to be a part of, we'd be just lost in this world, you know. Social media is a good outlet, a good platform, a good way to get your stuff across, you know, but it's also a negative thing in a lot of ways, you know. It's people see just the things that they're told, you know. So it's hard to have your own ideas unless you're in a place like you guys had where ideas brew, you know what I mean? Like from grassroots situations and real experiences, not other people's experiences you're reading about, you know? From your first time you ever, like, all ages venue, right? First time you ever went to a venue. First time I ever go to a show, you know? I remember my first shows, like, man, I remember the first time we came to Huntsville and played, you know, being from Marshall County, not knowing that we could come play in Huntsville, being like 14 and 15, you know? And like, all those feelings you feel when you meet people that have a mohawk and you have a mohawk, you know what I'm saying? And you see the same people that ride skateboards, you know? You come to a different place and you're like, these people are my people, you know? So once you can't go to places where you see and meet your people, and it's a feeling, it's not something you see on a screen, you know? It's a feeling. So those grassroots places have to stay. It's fine to have every big venue in the world and all the politics involved with it. But places like Trashbone need to exist. Places like the Tetanus Ramp need to exist. You know, they need to. They have to. You know?
Go ahead and tell us who you are, your name, and where we're at right now.
Oh, fuck, those are the hardest questions. I'm Zack, this is the Tetanus Ramp. We're in Horton, Alabama, Marshall County.
Nice. So Tetanus Ramp, how long have you had that?
We've had the Tetanus Ramp for like 6 years now. We started in a basement, like slowly creeped our way outside, small ramp pieces, tiny stages, and into where we are now.
Nice. I got some footage of that half pipe, man. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Me and the boys, we built that pipe out of pallets originally, out of scrap metal off of old jobs. We brought in just like little couple bucks at a time, pallets and little pieces, and now it's grown into this huge thing.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Who did the artwork on that?
The artwork was done by our homie Keith down at Green Door Tattoo.
Nice.
You know, freehand, killer dude. Check him out in Gunnersville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we got going on tonight?
Tonight we got the second half, the Tetanus Fest 2021. It's our annual April springtime show. You know, we got 5-6 acts tonight. Devil's Got a Hold on Me, Franken Bucks, Wesley Worthless, the Cadaver Dogs, CJ Get Live, and the PBS crew coming in.
Hell yeah, that's gonna be an awesome fun show, man. Can't wait.
Should be a good night.
So, tell me a little bit about do you remember the first time you went to Trashbone? The first time you saw it, laid eyes on it?
I remember the first time that I heard about the Trashbone.
Okay, tell me.
Alright, so one of the best things that always seem to be missing are these awesome DIY all ages venues. You know, you don't get the same experiences and not let kids come up into the world. And I remember hearing about the Trashbone and be like this warehouse spot, you know, just off in Huntsville there, and pulled up and seeing you guys and everything you're doing there, and just this huge space and all these people coming out and doing the same shit we do here.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's like the old days of cool shows and fun.
So tell me a little bit about Devil's Got a Hold on Me.
Shit, man. The Devil's Got a Hold of Me is it's been one of the longest running bands around here, you know, besides Skeptic and Random Conflict of them. Our best friends, dude, starting off, man, Keith and Brad and Nathan. Keith put a guitar in my hand for the first time. Dickie too, you know, taught me a couple things, and we've been watching those dudes forever. After Nathan passed, and then we lost Chris Lee as well, doing vocals for him. You know, me and Dickie jumped on and started working with him. It was right. You know, we know everything about those dudes. We know all the songs already. It's part of who we are. So it was a cool thing to be a part of.
Awesome.
A sad story of a lot of places. You know, some folks come in and they want to gentrify a poor neighborhood. Is what's going on. You know what I mean? They want to buy up cheap property and then turn it into something completely different. Kill that neighborhood. Drive out the people that don't have the affordable housing they need, and turn it into some fucking yuppie paradise, you know.
I had a feeling. I made it a point to go to the last two shows before the block party, and I remember just feeling like the neighbors around here are they're not the kind of people that appreciate what's happening. You know, they may necessarily look at it like weirdos on their block, you know, because these are expensive homes that are going up around here, and I assume that's why this happened. I don't think it has anything to do with the building or any beautiful movement that was going on there. I just think it had to do with people wanted that land and they're going to get it no matter what, and it almost seems like they have. So I cherish what I got, the short time we got to spend there, you know. But I did make some relationships there that are going to carry on to something new and great. And we will make something great happen, something new happen. You know, that's the cool thing about what we believe in and what we've been a part of our whole lives in one way or another, that it doesn't necessarily die or go away in any way. We will be able to take what we were trying to do there and what you guys were trying to do there and what our other friends were trying to do there and go somewhere else and do the same fucking thing. So you know, small battle lost, but, you know, the whole war, you know, that whole shit.
Oh yeah, you guys played New Year's Eve.
Fuck yeah, dude. That was one of the best shows we played in a long time, dude. We set up on the floor and gave everybody hell.
Hell yeah.
It was good stuff.
It was good. You.
Paul looked over at him and, you know, hey, go over that girl over there, whip out your V and go, wah, 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 wah.
Yeah. Wah, wah, wah.